remember this song from last semester. It was like for Japanese. Like I was remembering like one of the things, and everybody's singing along, and I'm like, I don't know the song at all. I don't know any of that shit, bro. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Here we are. It's here. We made it. October 31st. You feeling spooky?
Year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord.
The Great Pumpkin.
Do you think Jesus celebrated Halloween? All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve. I wish he did.
What's Hallows Eve?
What did Jesus dress up as? Himself?
He's like, I'm going as God, and then he like just showed up in his normal clothes. Wait a second. And that's why he was crucified.
Yeah. Blasphemy.
So, you got candy today.
Nice.
What do you mean? Why are you saying nice to me? I said you got candy.
Oh, I thought you said you got candy. Like,
so
like
you got
you
got candy, and then you go nice.
Nice. I did.
Thank you.
Let's take a peek at some of the treats
the treats
I got.
Treats and trits.
So here's a pumpkin shaped rice cookie.
Okay, standard fare.
More rice cookies.
Yep. Okay.
This is Go Halloween like stick, like this rice puffy rice stick.
Is there anything in there that's not rice?
We're gonna get there.
Okay. All right.
Then we have seaweed flavored rice crackers, onigiri shaped nice rice crackers. They really like rice.
There's a lot of rice going on over here.
A lot of rice. We have some marshmallows, but their marshmallows are like filled with things. So like this marshmallow is filled with like,
is it like chocolate?
A cream inside of it. Yeah, there's chocolate. There's ones that are filled with like little chocolate cream.
I can get down with that. They have those like jet puffed marshmallows that are like the stuffed ones where it's the chocolate center. I can totally get down with those.
That sounds pretty good.
Yo, as a s'more, I bet that would slap. Like the chocolate on the inside's warm, dude.
Now we're talking. I've got some I got this little chocolate cookies.
Okay.
I don't even know what this is. I got one of those like weird candy lollipops that's like not a lot. It's like chocolate, but it's on a stick.
Oh yeah.
I don't care for
the chocolate. Always kind of tastes a little odd.
Yeah. It's not high quality chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I also got dried salmon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Halloween, dude.
Halloween.
So like, will the kids? Do you think like will the kids like dress up like when they come to school? Do you think like?
So this previous week was Halloween week.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, a bunch of kids dressed up, and I was a wolf.
I was gonna say, did you dress up?
I did.
Were you a timber wolf?
No. I think that'd be more appropriate for you to don.
Oh yeah,
than me. That'd actually be pretty funny.
I'll be a timber wolf next time.
You were a timber wolf.
Get it? Oh, that's my name.
My name's Timber.
My name's Tim.
My name's Timber.
I am Justin Timberwolf.
Justin Timberwolf. Oh yeah, I was a wolf, and then my coworker was a Little Red Riding Hood. So then they'll like,
like played off of each other.
Everyone kept pointing at me and going, "Mouse." I was like, no, I'm not a mouse. I'm a scary wolf. I'll have you know.
What'd you do for him? Did you like have the ears and like?
Yeah, I painted my face like a little cute little nose and like white whiskers. Okay. And I got the ears, and I just wore like I went to Uniqlo and got a sweatshirt and matching sweatpants that were both gray.
There you go.
And
they were like, "You're a cat."
I was just super comfy for a week. Yeah, they're like, "You look like a mouse, dude." I was like, "Fucking scary wolf."
Yeah, there you go. I think a mouse was my first ever Halloween costume when I was like 1 or 2 years old.
I think I was like Bob the Builder.
Dude, I feel like I was Bob the Builder at one point, right? Like kids go through like there's like the stages of Halloween costumes. Like you have like child TV show, so like Bob the Builder. Then you had like Spider-Man. Had to be Spider-Man at least 1 year, or like a superhero equivalent. I'm pretty sure I was Spider-Man like right after Spider-Man 2 came out. That was the play.
I made my dad leave the theaters when that movie came out because I was so scared.
You were scared of which part?
That scene where he like murders all the doctors.
Okay, that is kind of scary. I get that
because the director Sam Raimi was a horror movie director.
Yeah, dude. So there's like bodies and stuff.
Yeah, and then it's just like it's like so as a little tiny kid, I was like, "Holy shit! Oh my god!" You know, I didn't have those words, but that was the emotion I was feeling.
I knew what holy shit felt like.
Yeah.
What do you think your best costume was when you were like out of from a very young child to now? Like where?
I really liked my Ranma costume.
Yeah, dude, that was great.
It was kind of simple.
Did you wear that for you? Did you wear that on Halloween?
I wore that for Halloween, and I wore it to Anime Boston.
Right. I was just trying to remember if because we went roller skating for Halloween.
We did.
I do remember that, and I dressed up as Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one was fun. I think it was because I didn't have anything else going on. Yeah, I feel like the costumes I've bought were more like a better costume, but like some of the ones I had to make when I was like in 8th grade or 7th grade, we used to go out with the same friend group every year, and they had a neighborhood that was like fucking 90 houses big or some shit like that.
Hell yeah.
It was goddamn gigantic, and it took us hours to get through. But we'd all try to coordinate outfits every year to like kind of like, so like 1 year was like army guys, 1 year was like dressing up as like bandits or whatever. We had like the striped shirts and like I
remember 1 year I was in 7th grade. I was the guy who shot Muammar Gaddafi.
What do you mean?
I just remember it had to be 2011 because it was the year of the Arab Spring.
Did you think that was a good idea? Who thought that was a good idea?
I did. I thought that was hilarious. I just saw him on the cover of the New York Times.
What does he even look like, dude?
He just looked like he was just wearing Yankees stuff.
That's so fucking funny.
He's like wearing a Yankees hat, and I think he's holding like a golden gun.
Yeah, there he is. You dressed up as that kid.
What did you search? Because now I need to see it.
Gaddafi's golden. I just looked up guy who shot Muammar Gaddafi. Oh my god. He's wearing a Yankees hat. Yeah. He's got like a heart shirt on, and he's carrying a golden gun. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And your parents,
Yankees fan.
Like your mom was like, "That's fine."
Well, I think I was like, "Oh no, I'm just a baseball player
with a golden gun." At that age, did you go to like parties and stuff? Like, what was the when did you start having like Halloween parties?
So, I think that specific Halloween was the last one I went trick or treating. So 13 was the last time. I think after that, I was like, I'm a little old to go.
Yeah,
trick or treating.
I think the reason I did it into high school was more because like it was like a way to hang out with friends and get dressed up, but like not have a party. Yeah. I don't know. We could have just had a party. I don't know why we went out. There was really no reason for us to.
Yeah, no, definitely after that was when we started like hanging out with like girls or something. Mm-hmm. Like let's go hang out on Halloween.
Wasn't there like some crazy shit that went on at like your middle school for Halloween or something like that? Or like, or am I crazy? Halloween or was it like North Attleboro High School? There was like a party, like a Halloween party or something that like, or am I making that up?
No, I feel like you're onto something. Right. I don't know if it's Halloween or if it's something happened. I just don't remember what.
Something happened. Oh, I was just never a part of those groups. So like, I don't know if I could never say if I was, I could never be like, oh yeah, I was there for that one.
I feel like something definitely happened at some point. But
so what's the best Halloween party you've been to?
I don't know. I thought rollerblading was pretty fun for our that Halloween.
That was great.
We went to.
Had a lot of fun. They fucking played like I don't know, like Halloween music as you're going around. You like listen to Thriller as they're fucking skating around. Michael Jackson by far is the best roller skating music ever.
Sure,
like
100%.
Like the Off the Wall album is like pure roller skating heaven.
I want to go rollerblading again now.
Mm-hmm. Fucking gliding along to like rock with you.
Off the Wall, yeah. It's Off the Wall is such a good song. Kind of has that spookier beginning.
Yeah, and every song is like glide worthy.
Yeah. Oh, girlfriend.
That fucking Paul McCartney song.
And I tell your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
That song slaps.
More of a day song though. Kind of like doesn't fit the album.
No, not at all. Especially because I think it's like either right before or right after I Can't Help It.
Yeah.
Which is a total night song. Not even close.
I didn't go to that many Halloween parties, to be fair. I think I just kind of like hung out with like our buds or something.
Yeah.
Like
I'm trying to remember what I did from like junior year to like till I was like 22. Like what did I do?
Oh, I remember. I was like hanging out with my girlfriend. Like we would just watch like whoever my girlfriend was at the time. We would just watch like a movie or something together.
Movies. I don't remember any of those Halloweens. That was like such a blank moment in my memory. But recently, parties have been fun. They've been good times. I went to
Nice.
one last night actually.
Oh, congratulations.
And
Nice.
great job. Good for you.
Good job. Secure yourself an invite.
Yep,
Congrats.
I did. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I got stupid drunk. I got fucking. There was a big cauldron of Crystal Light mixed with a bottle of vodka and a bottle of sour apple schnapps.
Oh my god!
And I'm not talking like small, like regular. I'm talking like big ass, fucking round ass bottles of alcohol in this thing.
Jesus.
And it tasted so good. There were like gummy worms on the bottom.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's pretty creative.
It was. And it was a good night. I got really, really drunk, talked to people about really random things. There was a guy actually who was there that was like, I've been trying to learn Japanese, you know? And I was like, oh dude, that's like really cool. He's like, do you have any like tips for me? I'm like, you just gotta like talk all the time.
Yeah.
No joke. You have to literally do it all the time.
Yeah, use it constantly, or else like.
And
yeah.
And then he told me, I'm trying to learn Japanese. I have to stop though, because I have to learn Mandarin in the next 2 years, or I get fired from my job and have to leave the United States. I was like, that's heavy, dude.
You have to learn Mandarin.
Yeah.
Or you'll get fired from your job and have to leave
the United States.
And go back where?
I think
certainly not a place that speaks Mandarin.
No, I think he's from like Egypt.
Ah,
that's where he was from.
2 years to learn Mandarin.
Yeah, 2 years. I was like, dude, wow.
Start packing now. That's my advice to you, buddy.
Get those papers in order. No, I was
like, if he learns Mandarin, learning Japanese will be a little bit easier.
It will be.
He'll know all the kanji.
I mean,
a lot of the kanji is different.
But it like in terms of their meanings, like you'll be able to be like, oh, I can see that and go like that has to do with rain or whatever, you know.
Exactly.
Like today.
Yeah,
like we were just
that
saying.
one Chinese girl I met when I first got here.
Oh, the one that she
she
kept telling that China's better than everything that you were doing.
That's correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, why are you interested in Japanese history? It's like Chinese history is like twice as long. I'm like, okay.
Yo, dude, I don't give a shit.
Different in it. Well, yeah.
Why do you like listening to modern music? You could be listening to Edison tapes of like opera singers.
Yes. Screw vinyl. Give me those wax cylinders. Yeah. This is the way it was supposed to sound.
This is true music, guys. Fucking bro, I got the whole setup. I consider myself sort of like a retro, like audiophile. I got the whole wax cylinder set up in the corner here. What do you want to listen to? Jimmy Hutchinson singing Mammy's Home, and you're like, whoa, dude.
Sorry, I've only got a Dixie and then another version of Dixie. So
I got Dixie 1922 and I got Dixie 1924. Which version you into? Yeah. They're very different.
Got different vibe. One's a day Dixie, one's a night Dixie. Anyway, she was telling me that she like it was easy for her to learn Japanese because she just understood all the kanji already. So like when it came to reading like a newspaper or something, like she was just sounded different in her head because she spoke Mandarin.
Right.
But
in terms of just like the understanding value. But I feel like in reading's good, but like in the rest of your life, what are you gonna do? Like speaking and listening,
I wonder how she learned Japanese speaking, because it's so linguistically different from Chinese. The syntax is different, pronunciation is different.
I don't know, but yeah, that guy has 2 years.
But you were saying about your party?
That guy has 2 years to learn Mandarin.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck, dude. There were some good costumes there. So my girlfriend and I went as Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. I was. You were Piglet, of course. Piglet. Yep, you got it. You got that one. Our friends who invited us were Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit, except cross-dressed, and it was the greatest thing ever. I thought it was really well done.
That's pretty great.
And then I got introduced to the girl that invited us. She was like, there's somebody that's coming that I think you'll really hit it off with tonight. I was like, oh, okay, cool. She's like, his name's Kyle. And I was like, it's always the Kyles, dude.
I mean, like, I only have room for 3 more Kyles in my life.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
I have slots, bro. I got save state. I got save states, dude.
I'm starting to accept applications for Kyles. All right, we only got so many. But like, I'm sorry, I already have a Kyle's into hiking.
Yeah, can't be doing that one, man.
Can't have another one.
But I did meet this Kyle, and Kyle, we hit it off. She was right. Kyle and I hung out most of the night. So, anyways, get to the end of the night. We have already done all the partying. We walked to 7-Eleven, got some snacks. You know, it's like 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m. at this point. Sure. There's only like 2 or 3 of us left, and we're all sitting around a circle just going like, so like, we just started talking about like, so who, like out of like cartoons, what cartoons like really like did it for you when you were a kid? I don't know how that came up, but then we talked about Roxanne from the Goofy movie. Yeah, of course. And so then we decided to watch the Goofy movie, and while watching the Goofy movie, we did a drinking game in which every time Roxanne...
How are you even alive?
Every time...
How much did you drink?
Dude, way too much. This morning I felt horrible. I felt awful. I was nauseous. I had a headache, and I'm like... Yeah. And we had to... Yeah, it was...
Hair the dog.
Mm-hmm. It was bad. So we started watching the Goofy movie, and the drinking game was every time Roxanne plays with her hair, you got to take a drink.
Interesting.
And we had to take a lot of drinks. Almost every scene that they show her, she's playing with her hair.
God damn it.
Yeah, dude. It was pretty bad.
It makes you wonder about like the creative process, like why they had her play with her hair so much.
Dude, the hair is really well animated. I think that's like one of the parts that probably was so alluring to me as a child was the hair. They really played it up. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hot take. That song sucks.
What song?
Roxanne by the Police.
Dude, I was listening to it today. I was like, it's all right. The Police are one of those bands that got better as they went on. Their first album...
Roxanne's just the most boring goddamn song.
Their first 2 albums are just like, oh, white guys doing like reggae, but like the 70s version of it, you know?
Oh, okay.
Dude, but the Police though, they got some good shit.
I do. I don't think Roxanne's among it. I don't know why that's the song that like took off.
Well, it's because it's in like Guitar Hero.
Sure.
Right? That's kind of the only reason.
I don't know, but like people just like it. They make references to it.
Yeah, but all right. This white guy's doing reggae, dude.
I'm not there for it.
That's all it is.
Anyway, so the Goofy movie drinking.
Goofy movie drinking, and then it was like 4 a.m. and I was like, I gotta go to bed. I'm done. I cannot do this anymore.
You didn't did your partner not drink so that you guys get home, or Uber, or what's up?
Oh no, we just stayed the night.
Oh
yeah,
nice. Yeah,
there was no driving that night. Just stumbling to a 7-Eleven that was like way further than I thought it was going to be. They were like, it's right down the street, don't worry about it. And then we walked for like 25 minutes, and I was like, this is not right down the street, guys. I've gotten my steps for the next day here.
2 hours later, sobered up by the time you're back.
Well, definitely not that much.
Want these snacks?
We didn't hit that far, you know. But yeah, that was good.
Bit jealous, actually. I don't have anything to do.
That's
right. Halloween.
That's all right. Next Halloween, you best watch out.
Oh,
we're gonna we'll party it up.
Hell yeah!
So I thought it'd be fun to do a Halloween improv game.
Oh, okay.
We have to make up a scary story, but only one word at a time.
Sure.
All right. So one of us can start.
Once
there
was
a
hideously
gigantic
mole rat
who
preferred
to
eat
large
and
disgusting
cheese.
This
particular
mole rat
enjoyed
copious
amounts
of
cheese,
such
as
what's the spray cheese?
Oh, gross. They
found
a
can
of
spray
and
liquor.
They
took
a
picture
of
the
massive
cans
so
they
could
show
their
wives
Their
wives
were
appalled
that
their
husbands
could
be
that
stupid.
This
Was
the
greatest
story
ever.
told.
Pretty good.
The hell there was a mole rat. There was a mole rat that ate cheese.
Copious amounts of
Copious
cheese.
amounts of spray cheese and liquor.
And found like a bottle, cans of liquor.
And they're like these guys' these guys showed their wives the picture that they took, and they were like,
"Yeah,
wow,
honey, did you see all the cheese I ate?" I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, what the
Too
hell
much
happened
cheese
there?
and liquor.
Okay,
Yeah.
A
Good story. Purple.
Dinosaur.
Named.
Barney.
Touched.
Small.
Innocent.
Angelic.
Vulnerable.
Supple.
Adorable.
God. Aryan.
Statues.
These
statues
were
carved
out of
pure
gold.
Barney
loved
to
hump
the
statues
because
they
reminded
him
of
young
Barney.
Oh, okay. All right. One. Oh, that was one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Day.
He
was
going
to
hump
them,
but
someone
took
a
shit
on
them.
Barney
screamed,
"What the fudge?"
believing
that
it
had
been
his
lover's
shit.
He
murdered
his
lover
last
night,
though.
Eh? What?
Yeah, he murdered his lover last night, though.
Ah, yes. So
it
couldn't
have
been
the
lover.
Who?
Shit.
On
my
statue.
He
exclaimed. Yeah.
Maybe
it
was
my
nefarious
dad,
Barney,
who
enjoys
dads,
decided
to
pay
his
dad
a
visit
with
a
knife
and
a
shotgun
in
the
truck.
The truck he
drove
to
see
where
his
dad
could
hide.
He
burnt
down
his
house
and
left
no
trace
of
his
father's
ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
and that's
Barney,
pretty.
you fucking asshole.
Dude, Barney humps these golden statues, these golden, supple Aryan statues. Christ, Barney, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Stop doing that, Barney.
Speaking of stories, did you when you were did you have like any scary stories? Because when I was a kid, I there's this one like it's like demonic related, I feel like. So when I was like maybe I was like 3 or 4 years old, I was very young. We were staying over at a friend's house and they had a
Hold on.
What's up?
I pee real quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go pee.
I want this to have my undivided attention.
That's okay. You can go pee. I'm gonna review this marshmallow flavored Kit Kat while you do that. Okay, so they have these new marshmallow flavored Kit Kats for Halloween. They're called the Witch's Brew ones. Here's what the wrapper sounds like. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so the first thing that you see when you open these guys up is that they're green. So right away, my brain was like matcha Kit Kats. Love those things, right? I bit into it. Not a matcha Kit Kat. However, I like the taste. I don't know where. Like it tastes like it tastes like the marshmallows in Lucky Charms marshmallows, right? It's got like that, like, because marshmallows from Lucky Charms don't taste like marshmallows, right? They just taste like it's their own thing, like this weird manufactured. To be fair, marshmallows are manufactured too, right? They're like sugar, fucking, it's just balled up sugar. But this has like a distinct, yeah. I mean, I like them though. I do. Speaking of Lucky Charms, who out there has had Lucky Charms like recently? I feel like it's one of those foods that like you have your last bowl without ever thinking about you like having your last bowl of Lucky Charms, and then you just never have it again, right? So it's like I had it. That was it. I had my last bowl. Oh man, these are really good. Honestly, Kit Kats are good candy. I hate that when you go trick or treating, and then you'd have like the houses that would be like, here's a popsicle stick with like some popcorn taped to it. And you're like, where did you even get that? What sick fuck decided that was a good creation to have to hand out to kids? Kids would really like this over like like a Twix, right? Absolutely. Here's a bit of honey for all you kids out there. Some nickel nips. Like 20s candy. Where I live, I feel like I'm not going to get too many trick-or-treaters. Good. I could for sure. Good for sure. Yeah, I mean, one time I like shoved an entire candy bar right up my ass.
How'd that go?
Oh, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like they really enjoyed my my review.
I'm sure you offered some invaluable insights.
I did. It's the Kit Kat Witch's Brew marshmallow flavored Kit Kat.
I'm sad I missed it. I actually want to know how that tasted.
It tastes. I mean, you can listen to the review. It's on.
I will. Don't spoil it. I'll listen to it later.
Yeah, I won't tell you anything about it.
Perfect.
Anyways,
last night?
It wasn't last night. This was when I was a very young child.
Okay.
I was probably like 3 or 4 years old. We used to stay over at our friend's house, and they would have. There's a dog going nuts outside right now. You okay, dude?
I can't hear it. So.
All right, that's good. So we're downstairs in their basement, and there's no lights whatsoever, complete darkness. By the way, that's where I played N64 for the first time, and I didn't understand it at all. My brain could not comprehend the Nintendo 64 whatsoever.
Interesting.
Anyways, so we it's complete darkness. And we're all just sitting there in silence. I think it was like right before we went to sleep. All of a sudden, there's a pair of bright red eyes coming from the corner of the room. Not fucking with you. Bright red eyes, like bloodshot, coming from the corner of the room, like just out of the darkness. And we were like, so we fucking book it upstairs. We're like, holy shit, what the fuck was that thing? Whatever. And everybody was like, it must have been the cat. The cat was down there. I'm like, the cat doesn't have red eyes. Even as a 4-year-old, I was like, you guys are idiots. There's a demon after me.
It doesn't have red eyes. Yes. No, of course, it can't be the logical answer. And just maybe some optical illusion must be demons.
Dude, what else could a pair of bloodshot red eyes in the piercing through complete darkness? What could it be?
I don't know. Maybe there was one red light, and then it was reflecting off of something else.
There were no lights.
It
was complete darkness, dude.
I don't know.
This was an unfinished basement in like 2002.
Isn't it? It's always unfinished basements, though. It's never like in the foyer. There's aren't like red eyes staring at someone.
Nah, dude. It's always
the creepy.
It's always the creepy places. That's where demons hide out, man.
But why would demons be aware of what humans find creepy? Since creepiness is like a feeling you have within your mind.
No, because demons like dark places. They like abandoned or like right? I don't know. I'm not in the mind of a demon.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's my Halloween scary story.
Very well. All right. I didn't have like an experience like that, but I was always afraid of the experiences occurring.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always booked it out of like you remember my basement?
I do.
Like when I was a little kid,
yeah.
I always play video games in the dark because it's more fun.
Of course.
So then when I turned the game off, it'd be pitch black.
And you're like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
I'm going to die. I'd book it up those stairs faster than like anything. And just like knowing something was behind me, like
scared the shit out of me. Absolutely. You fucking run upstairs, like tripping up. You're like, oh,
or even like crossing like I used to hang out with my neighbors all the time. And when I'd go home at like 9 or something, it'd be pitch black outside, just crossing the street. I was like,
oh shit.
I could die right now.
You know, it's so funny because like as a kid walking outside at night is terrifying. But I feel like the amount of times we walked outside, like to go get snacks or whatever, it's like kind of, I don't want to say it's comforting, but it's like, you know, it's like.
It's relaxing.
Yeah, it's relaxing.
There's not much going on.
It's dark, you know. Quiet, right.
Cool.
Oh, the stars are out, dude. Ooh.
Definitely something we can, a luxury we can enjoy as two male presenting people.
Absolutely. 100%. We except.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No. Continue. Except what?
I was talking to a couple of people I've met in Japan who are women, and they feel comfortable at night walking home alone
because that's the way Japan's like the safest country in the world.
Yeah, it's like the top 10.
There's literally
I don't know exactly.
There's no. Like the most dangerous, unless you're like in like, I don't know, fucking whatever parts of the city that might be a little bit more dangerous. Even then, not really.
Even then, not really.
You don't have to like, there aren't just like people out there who are fucking crazed, like trying to like get other people.
Probably because they have like no homelessness, firstly.
Right.
They do have homelessness, but they keep it so under wraps and hidden that like.
What are they doing?
It feels like you don't.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably see more of it if you're like in Tokyo, maybe.
Maybe, but the thing about that is that they like most people, because of like their social safety nets, most people are at least able to scrape by enough cash to like get like an internet hotel, internet cafe room for
like
night.
You know, $10 a night or whatever, right?
Exactly.
That will be the play.
That'll be literally what we do for a month.
Yeah, that'll be the play for some nights for sure.
Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad.
What I've heard is that it's not that it's not like uncomfortable or whatever. It's that there's constant noise the entire time, and there isn't really like there really isn't like a place to like sleep. You just kind of like lay down on the floor a little bit.
Yeah, and like listen to everyone else around you.
You hear some guy jerking off two stalls down. You're like, all right,
sure,
okay, buddy. Can I join?
Yeah.
Got room for one more?
I know it's less, for some reason it's less annoying if I'm doing it too, you know? Like when someone else is loud and you're like, I'll just be loud too, and then we're all together.
Now we're all loud.
Must be the same. Probably the same.
I don't know about that one. Being loud at the same time?
Well, just like if somebody's tapping their foot, you're like, that's annoying. But then if you start tapping your foot with them, it's like, well, now I'm part of it.
Right. Like when somebody's on their phone in the movie theater and then you take out yours.
Well, that one.
Well, that one's actually annoying.
I guess it's not a universal law, but
I'm just trying to prove you wrong. Sorry, pal.
Have I mentioned how like they watch the credits here in the movie theaters?
Do they? Because I watch the credits also. I'm a credit watcher
all the way through.
Sometimes
I'm not even talking like the like first credits that are like still like thematic. I'm talking about like just the scrolling credits.
Sometimes I'll watch the scrolling credits. Depends on the movie. Okay. If I want to see like specific things about it, especially like I think the thing
who was Tom Cruise's jacket holder.
Dude,
I need to know.
No, who's the gaffer, dude? Where is he? He's gaffing it up out there.
Gaffing it up.
No, I think at the most times I'll ever stay is like if I want to. I mean, obviously I can look this up after I get out of the movie, but I always like seeing like the filming locations or like the songs that they have in the movie, depending on the movie. What are you playing harmonica over there? What's going on?
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail what you were saying, but I was just trying a candy.
Which one?
I didn't like it. It's cafe latte flavored, like sucker. What do you call those things? Like a butterscotch. You know what I'm talking about?
A sucker, dude. What are you, a 50s
what
kid?
Do you call those?
Haven't a lollipop, bro? Give me a sucker.
It's like a lollipop without a.
Yeah, it's like hard candy. It's a hard candy.
Hard candy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A sucker.
You suck on them.
Always got a sucker in his mouth.
Yeah, what about it, Dad?
What were we talking about before that?
Are we talking about movies and I don't know.
Multiple times I've gone to see a movie, and then because I choose like the middle seat for the best view,
bad idea.
I'm then stuck because there's like groups of people to my left and right watching the credits that I'm like, I'm ready to leave.
I don't need to be
Nobody else is moving.
Did you now this has to be an American thing. The fucking recliner seats at movie theaters. That's totally an American thing.
I haven't experienced that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
There's the reclining seats in the movies though are pretty great.
Dude, they're baller. I could fall asleep, dude.
That's definitely the word for it. They're baller.
They're baller,
like, are you kidding me? I can fit like 3 people in here. I'm just like, we're chilling.
Right. You gotta buy one seat and have all your homies join. I've never done it, but I should. Bring a blanket to the fucking movie theater. It's always cold.
Curl up.
Curl up, bro. Yo, curl up. Kiss your homies goodnight, dude.
Absolutely.
The name of the game.
I support it.
Where did we?
But there haven't been. I don't know what's the movie schedule is like different over here.
Okay.
Than it is because you know how they like release. I don't know how it works. To be fair,
not kind of.
They release things at different times.
Yeah.
So, are there any good movies out right now in the U.S.?
I couldn't even tell you, dude. I'm so like, unless it's like something that everybody's talking about. I mean, Matthew Perry died.
Oh my God! Right, Matthew Perry died.
Yeah, that was the thing that happened very recently, last night.
Did they explain why? I know he had drug problems. But.
So I think what happened was, I think it was a heart attack, maybe. Yeah, I think that was the deal. He was like in his hot tub.
Was around.
Yeah, and his secretary went out to like get something.
Probably aliens.
Probably the extraterrestrial. Excuse me, they're extraterrestrials. They're not aliens.
E.T.
Dude, they're called foreigners. All right,
they're called
aliens, bro.
Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial implies that other places
have terrestrial. Right?
have a terrestrial. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Have a terrarium.
Do we have extraterrestrial?
Right? Maybe they've lived and were born on a spaceship. Okay. So do we have an extra? There is no planet B.
Where's planet? If we're planet A, where's planet B?
Where's planet B?
That's all I'm saying. There's a Sting song that he says. I don't know if it's the chorus, but he says, "I'm an illegal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York."
Yes, Sting always likes to push the envelope. I think
I'm an alien. I'm an illegal alien. Yeah. I'm an Englishman in New York.
I'm an Englishman in New York. Wow. Yeah, the fact that it's called New York should be telling Sting. It's not called New Amsterdam, is it? It's called New York.
Fucking New Amsterdam. New movies that have come out though. Five Nights at Freddy's. That's the big one.
That's a movie.
That's a movie. They just came out with a video game. Yeah, it is. But they made a movie about it.
I thought that was for like kids.
It is
that game.
Yeah.
So is the movie for kids too?
I don't know. I don't know if it's no, I don't want to see Showtime. I just want to see the freaking film. Give me the Wikipedia page, bro. God damn. It is rated, not telling me. Oh, it's got a 5.6 out of 10. So if that tells you anything. Rated PG-13.
Okay. So there's one F word in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, dude, there could be.
We're that one.
And like Freddy comes out or whatever. I don't even know their names. Like the bear or whatever comes out and he's like, fuck. And like that's the that's the whole scene. It's starring Josh Hutcherson though, if you're curious.
Josh Hutcherson.
He's the kid from Bridge to Terabithia, The Hunger Games,
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Journey to the Center of the Earth. Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, dude, it's like 2005 or whatever.
Yeah, it's a classic 2005, like 2000s film.
That's not.
It's gotta be later than that.
Classic.
It's gotta be like 2000, 2007, 2008. That's my guess.
Yeah, you put a year on it right now. Go.
2009.
Not 2009.
Damn it.
What the hell was this, dude? 2008.
That movie's almost
2008.
2008. That movie is 15 years old.
Oh my god, 2008 was 15 years ago. But I remember.
What the?
Wait, when did Kingdom of the Crystal Skull come out?
2007.
Because I remember going to I went to a movie theater birthday party where we watched that one, and I remember everybody like came out of the movie theater like as children. We were all like, "That's kind of sucked, right?" I was like, kind of a bad movie, right?
That was like not good. I think we've talked about the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull before on here.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because I mentioned that like I went for my birthday to see it.
Really? 2008, same year.
What?
Damn. Yeah.
What a year for mediocre films.
Yeah, I don't think anything good came out that year, I'll be honest.
Is Brendan Fraser in that film? Or is it The Rock?
In which one?
Journey to the
Center of the Earth? Yes, it's Brendan Fraser. That's so interesting that he's in that movie. I feel like that was like when he wasn't acting.
Right?
I feel like he was
kind of might have been like his last one.
Yeah, 2008 probably. That's crazy.
And then the next one was The Mysterious Island, where Dwayne The Rock Johnson replaced
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like not Jungle to Jungle, which was that's the one. That's Tim Allen. George of the Jungle 2.
George of the Jungle, yeah.
And then they like made a joke about it. They were like, we couldn't get Brendan Fraser because he needed too much money or something like that. Like they made it in the movie. God damn, dude. Meanwhile, he's like going through a horrible divorce and he's like losing everything.
Who cares about that?
Nah, dude. A funny haha poopy funny monkey joke.
Have you ever read any of Jules Verne's books?
Yes. When I was young, I read 20,000 Leagues. I read that one. I read Journey to the Center of the Earth.
That might be my favorite book.
20,000 Leagues, yeah.
I love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
That's a great book. Jules Verne has a really compelling way of telling like futurism or like what do you call that? Like Baroque futurism?
Like, I don't even know. Just like I would just say like making like science like interesting.
Yeah, like early sci-fi.
Exactly that, like sci-fi, proto sci-fi. I love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I think that's a great book. Probably my favorite he's written. And then, what other ones have you read?
So what else does he have?
There's Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Read that one.
Which that one I liked, but I thought that one was a little too sciencey. Like,
yeah, they talked about rocks and stuff and like
lots of I mean, like because he makes it like
the layers of the earth, and I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I'm a kid.
He does like explaining like this is how it would work. It's almost like it's like an exercise in like practicing his own scientific knowledge.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes. Around
the World in 80 Days. I read that one.
I just read that one actually.
That's a great book, dude.
That one's pretty fun. It's a little bit of its time.
Oh yeah, I mean it's hokey, right?
The white people have to save the Indian girl in India. But it's okay because she was raised European, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
She's good. She's one of the good ones.
Yo, but they made a movie with Jackie Chan. Like
that's pretty silly.
How can you not love it, right? I don't know if I know any of his other ones. I'll be honest. I don't know if I've read anything else.
There's another one I'm trying to remember.
What's the? I always lump Jewel. I think
From the Earth to the Moon.
From the Earth to the Moon. Never read that one.
It's about Americans building a giant gun and shooting it at the moon.
Stop. No, it's not.
That's how he describes going to the moon. Like it's the Baltimore like gun club. They're like, what if we just built a massive gun and shot it at the moon?
Dude, that's it. You got it.
And they do that. That's how they do it.
What the fuck? That's so funny. We used to have these. The reason I read a lot of his books was when we were kids, we had these great illustrated classics series. So it would be like kind of condensed versions of these great works or whatever. And they'd have like some like couple illustrations every few pages, stuff like that. But there were so many of them. And that's how I read like all of these so I lump in a lot of those like Jules Verne books with also things like Heidi and The Invisible Man.
Yeah, it's just like the classics.
Right.
The classics.
Honestly, it was like a great way to introduce me to reading. My parents did it well. They figured it out.
Were you part of like the Scholastic program?
Yeah, dude, Scholastic Book Club, bro.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love the Scholastic Club. What a great fun way to like you learn. Then you can take a test about the book, and then if you score well, you get like stars.
You get, like, things.
And then, I wish that was going on now.
And then you could have like they had like the book fair where they like set up all the stuff.
The book fair.
And then you could like order, like they had like a little magazine. They're like, well, we don't have the stuff here, but you can order things and it'll be shipped to your school.
Yeah.
And then it would like come every month. And of course, they'd always have like, I don't know, they'd have like random weird, like, here's an MP3 player, like at the back. And I'd be like, oh my God, I wish I could buy the MP3 player.
I always wanted not the science kits, the spy kits.
I had the spy kit. It came with the night vision goggles, like things that you'd hold up to your eyes. It came with a motion sensor detector thing that was like a little disc. You'd put it at the bottom of the floor, and then it would go wee 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 if you tried to pass through
Would
it.
it really?
Yeah. And then there was
cool.
a voice changer like thing, so you could record like up to 3 seconds or whatever, and play it back and speed up or slow down the voice. Those were cool.
I remember my brother had one with edible paper.
What? I think mine had invisible ink. I think it was just called Spy Gear, right?
I think you're right. I think it was just called Spy Gear.
Did they have like the original ones though? I don't care about all this fucking new ass bullshit. Yeah, it was just called Spy Gear. A motion sensor alarm.
It's really cheap too. Like,
oh, of course.
It's not good. Spies weren't using this stuff.
What are you talking about? James Bond, bro. Oh yeah, he was using that.
It's like they had to make it for the sake of like advertising and the sake of like the toy. They had to make it very conspicuous that it was Spy Gear.
Right. Oh, dude, it's
therefore defeating the purpose.
It's called Spy Gear, and it had the branding like smacked all over the things that you bought. But it never was just like motion sensor detector or whatever. It'd always be like the MSCW0095X3, and you're like, what is that? What is this, an Ibanez guitar, bro? What are you talking about?
What?
It's a fucking long ass.
It's a BMW. What the hell? CX.
Oh no, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Or something.
There we go.
What?
Now I can hear you.
What? Okay. Just pretend I made the funniest joke you've ever heard.
Ah, shit. What did you say?
What is this? A Mercedes or something?
Ah, all right. Yeah, that was something hard, dude. Like the fucking. Dude, I don't understand like the BMW lines. They're like, here's the i50X3, and you're like,
yeah.
What does that mean? Come on, guys.
I'm in two camps. I think that like,
but they can't have like a regular name also because they're like luxury cars.
I know, but like see, I feel like there should be like a naming czar, somebody who like approves names for things. Like because I feel like naming conventions are fucking just ridiculous and completely with like unlimited and unrestricted. Like why is there a minivan named the Avalon?
Okay.
When Avalon is a mystical island where King Arthur was brought to die and like inhabited by like these mystical beings. Here's a 7-seater minivan for you. Like what? What?
Yeah. No, you're right. There's, you know what's so funny? That makes me think of, so there's a part of Rhode Island. It's like a section of Rhode Island called Albion. And I'm like, what is this fucking medieval, like England? What are you talking about, Albion?
Albion.
In Rhode Island? That's way too cool of a name for fucking Rhode Island to have.
Yeah. Rhode Island and Providence Plantations.
They don't just
formerly Rhode Island and Providence Plantations.
Just like Plymouth Plantation is now Plymouth Patuxent.
Plymouth Patuxent?
Yeah. I think that's what it's called now.
Yeah. It's they spell it differently, right? Now it's PLIMUTH or something? Plymouth?
Yeah, I think so. PLIMOTH or Plymouth. I don't know. But that's originally how it was spelled, right? I think.
Yeah, I think they're trying to be, sort of.
But also, I miss my Plymouth, dude. Give me my Plymouth.
Give me my Plymouth. All right. I'm plying the waves with my mouth.
Give me Plymouth or give me death.
They're like, we will give you death.
We'll
give you never mind.
All right. I like your rock.
You called my bluff. You called my bloof.
There was somebody, who did I see? They were talking about, there was a TikTok. I don't know what I went through a lot of hoops in my brain just to get to this point. So I'm going to tell, I could give the summary of how I got here, but
the judges are about to give you like a 9 out of 10 for the landing.
So I saw something on Reddit about somebody driving a fuck ton of time. They're like, yeah, I drove like 16 hours to go see Plymouth Rock. And then I realized it was a 5 foot by 5 foot rock surrounded by gray bricks. And that was it. And it's like, yeah, man, what did you expect?
To be fair, yeah, what did you expect?
It's a rock, dude. What were you going to fucking go there and have fireworks every day?
Not Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, right. There's nothing.
Rock.
That's where they landed, kind of, but like not even, because it's way inland, like way too close.
This represents where they landed, and also we put this rock here like 200 years after they landed.
Yeah, and like FDR was like, "This is good. This is where it goes."
Yeah.
So
FDR is like, just give me. I don't know. I'm trying to get people to have a goddamn depression. All right, just give them a rock.
Have a rock. Have Memorial Day.
Is Plymouth Rock the first pet rock?
Oh shit! You know what? It's America's pet rock.
It's America's pet rock.
That's what they should label it as. Like during like the big like pet rock boom of the 90s. Like America's pet rock.
They should sell pet rocks of Plymouth Rock.
I bet they do. I bet somebody in Plymouth has like a little like rock stand where it's like a replica Plymouth Rock. You can own it. Except it doesn't look like it anymore because people chipped away at it too much. Anyways, so to get that's I got that to I saw a TikTok where there was a lady who works for a travel agency or something, and she was like talking about how Europeans don't understand how big America is. Like a lot of them can't conceive like actually how big it is. Because one group of people that were trying to go was booking a trip to Disney. They're like, okay, we want to spend 3 days in Disney and then like do some like side trips on a couple other days. And she's like, oh yeah, for sure, you know. And they're like, we want to rent a car. And she's like, okay, cool. You know, we'll get you set up. Like, what kind of car are you looking for? And they're like, we need like a big van. And she's like, okay, like what kind of like side trips are you doing? Like down to like Miami or like, they're like, so one day we want to go to the Grand Canyon and then the next day we want to go to New York. And and she laughed. She was like, okay, you know, but like, you know, and they're like, then they started getting mad and they were serious. They were like, no, like we want to go see these things. She was like, sir, it takes like 16 hours one way to get to the Grand Canyon. He's like, what? Yeah, dude. America's a big fucking place, brother.
It's a continent, dude.
A continent. What the fuck did you think?
That's pretty ridiculous. It's massive, though.
It is.
It really is.
It's huge.
It's so big.
What do we do with it all?
I say we burn it down. Start again.
Burn it down. We were.
No, it's a good question.
Don't burn it down. What are you doing?
Don't burn it down.
Come on.
We can just replace.
I was thinking. This again, my brain's like all over the place today, so I'm hopping from topic to topic here.
Sure, you got Futskayoi over there.
I get the big Oki Futskayoi over here.
I think Futskayoi is a great word.
It's perfect.
Futskayoi.
If you could like be selfish and wish for one thing for yourself, like what would it be?
Huh?
I thought about this for like a little while last. Was it today or last night? It was sometime. And I think it's funny. My wish feels like I feel like I went through like a lot of like the different things of like, well, I'd want like money or like I'd want like, you know, this or that. But I think if I were to like just like have like a memory from it, I'd want 1 week, go to like Scotland, stay at like an inn. And every day you like, or like every evening, like you go out and do things in Scotland. And then every evening, you like get together around like the fire or whatever, like the hearth, and Paul McCartney's there. And we talk and jam on acoustic guitars every night for a week.
And Paul McCartney's there.
Yeah. And then that's it. Just a week, just to have that. I was like, that sounds really nice.
That's a good wish. I don't know.
It's something to think about.
I'd want recognition.
Okay. In what capacity?
I'd like to be known for being intelligent, you know?
Okay.
I feel like I have a lot of like insecurity around my intelligence. And so I'd like, you know, an honorary doctorate or something.
Hey man. No, that's good. Wow, that's crazy. I wouldn't even think of that. But I get you. You have insecurities about your intelligence?
Every day.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But you're such a smart guy.
Get out of here.
But that's why I like always come to you with like, I don't know, like to learn about like, or like to discuss like news things or like, you know, different, like anything. I don't know.
No, I think I love chatting with you because I think you're incredibly smart, like very, very smart about like a wide range of topics.
Well, that's how I feel about you.
This is sweet.
Yeah, dude. This got really nice.
Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
If I ever want to have a question about like technology, audio, video, or like music, I like you're the guy. You're the guy to turn to.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel
doubt in my
about.
mind.
That's how I feel about literally every other part of the world. When I history, politics, the way
But
like
you also
systems.
you love reading and then language, and so I know I can turn to you for those as well. And
that's why this works. That's why we feed off each other, man.
We've got the dynamic.
So I got the dynamic duo.
Got a little chip and pin over here.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, recognition is like, yeah, right? It's not even like, hey, would you stop? What are you doing? Don't play with the cord, you idiot. It's my cat. What are you doing?
Nibbling on the wires.
Come on, man.
Pay attention to me. Talk about recognition. It's like, yeah, I'm down here.
Yeah, I'm getting recognized, but let's not the audience I'm looking for. I feel like I don't know. I in trying not to sound like selfish, it's just more like I feel like we put a lot of work into the things that we do.
Yeah.
And having that recognition is like, I guess that's like the goal of anybody, right? It's like you put that work in and then like you hope to get something out of it in terms of like being able to like see what you've done and be like, yeah, they did put a lot of work into it.
Yeah. Like our music or our videos or something, just acknowledgement that like, oh, they tried really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, but like shout out to everybody who has been watching so far.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously. It's like I didn't expect the Halloween episode to get like, heartfelt, but it's
yeah. This is supposed to be the spooky episode.
Yeah. But there's nothing spooky about, surrounding yourself with good people. I feel like so thank you to everybody who has like watched and like been here even when we don't upload or just like, checks in every once in a while. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's nice.
But anyways, back to spooky shit.
Back to the spooky.
What's your favorite Halloween candy? Go.
Oh, when I was a kid, Butterfingers.
Ooh.
When I was a kid, it was Butterfingers. Now I really like chocolate.
Just straight chocolate. Are you a milk chocolate guy though? Please say no.
I like milk chocolate, but I really like dark chocolate these days.
There it is. All right.
Yeah, that's the adult.
I can respect you again.
Yeah. I think somebody made a joke once where it was like, I'm sick of being an adult and pretending I like dark chocolate and wine.
I like both of those things.
I like both of those things, but I have to restrict my wine because I get a little excited.
I have a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying?
I do drink. Like I open a bottle and I'll be like, I mean, it's just a bottle. I
right.
Hold on
one, dude.
Like, just knock it back right now.
I will say that one thing that I rarely like drink at my house. So when I do go out with like friends, that's when I like fucking like drink.
I don't drink much because I don't go out with people. Drinking alone is literally the worst thing.
Yeah, it's very depressing.
Very depressing, especially drinking alone, like at a bar, because then like you hear other people around you hanging out, and then you get like so depressed.
That's what's tough about, I have that friend who's a bartender, and they'd be like, "Come visit me at work," and I'm like, "Absolutely," but also then that means I'm just the guy hanging out at the bar by myself, and I'm like, "But I'm friends with the bartender," and everybody's like, "Yeah, buddy, I bet you are." Fucking so is every other alcohol in the city.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Exactly that.
I was thinking today of, there was like I feel like, was it last year or 2 years ago? We had this period, I don't know if you remember this, where we like, I don't know if we were like creatively burnt out or something, but we like didn't work on anything together. Like in terms of like making stuff. We were just like, oh, like we'll get it together on like Thursday night and watch football and get drinks.
Yeah.
And we did that like for like maybe like a month or two. And I just remember at the end of that, we both went, the fuck are we doing? This isn't how we behave. this isn't.
No, it felt like wrong.
It felt wrong. Just like sitting and like drinking once a week and then being like, all right, I'll see you at the bar again.
Yeah. Let's see you some other time.
Yeah, right.
It's just not how we operate.
No, not at all. It felt so bizarre.
Yeah. No, we need to be working on something. Yeah.
And it's funny when I started like, when you hang out with other people, I had to like, because we've done this for so long, I had to like learn how to hang out with people who don't make things.
Learn how to just like chill.
Yeah. Because it was like, because every time we hung out with any friends, it would be like, let's get together and like work on a song. Let's get together and like make this thing. And so I'm like, how do I get together with a friend and not to do things, like not like try to create something.
Just sit on my hands.
Just drink and maybe play a game or watch TV.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Good to have, I think, like that, the alternative friend as well. The buddies.
Yeah.
The pals.
The dudes. The guys.
The dudes. The guy bros.
The bros. Brosidens. Brosidens. Swimming in the Brocean, dude.
Speaking of Plymouth Rock, oh shit, I don't know why that is, but I went last weekend. I went to when my voice was gone, so I was like, I can't go hang out with anyone. I can't go do anything. I'll go check out this town. I went to Inuyama.
Inuyasha?
Inuyama.
Oh, okay. Dog Mountain.
Inuyasha. Yeah, Dog Mountain, and it's lovely, but it has the oldest castle in Japan.
Really? That's cool.
Oldest still standing castle in Japan. And it's built before our country was founded, long before our country was founded.
As a lot of things are.
As like the pilgrims were arriving in Massachusetts.
Damn, bro, 1620?
Yeah, like around there.
That's crazy to me.
And it was really cool. I went to the top of it and like looked around and everything. And I recommend it for you when you come as like a day trip because it's only about 40 minutes away. But then you feel like you can see the city from the top of the castle, but like it feels like you're like in this little tiny like town kind of.
Oh, really? That's awesome. Oh yeah, definitely. I gotta go. Hey, dude, you serious right
look
now?
who's back.
No,
back again. Yeah, climbing on the desk.
Yeah, dude, I definitely gotta go there. There's so many places that I gotta go.
Yeah.
But a whole month, I know.
You got 2 weeks, just you to go do whatever you want.
You got 2 weeks to go jerk off somewhere,
Yeah. See how many prefectures you can wank in.
I wanked in all 48 prefectures.
And every Tokyo ward.
Here's Aoyama. Dude, you could post that. That could be like that sounds like a Pornhub series right there.
That does.
You know how like they have like those like travel. Have you seen like those travel vlogs? Like they have. I don't know if you.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? I haven't watched one, but I've seen like they have like the like previews,
Sure.
And like part of it is just like we go around Paris and then he like tears my asshole a new one. And like that's
it is a little like they do like to like advertise it like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I'm eating a croissant. Now I'm performing fellatio.
Yeah, I did. First I had a baguette in my mouth, then I had his baguette in my mouth.
I think it's kind of silly.
It is silly, but
yeah, but also
all
like
porn is silly,
kind of like realistic. People have
go
sex and
people
travel and
people go on trips and then they also have sex on trips.
Yeah. I do think we probably need to be more like sex positive as a society.
Absolutely.
Maybe that's
I don't know if
generation.
I don't know if porn is the thing that's like encouraging that though.
No, I don't know if it definitely the power. It's all about like the power dynamic. Are women being treated respectfully or
right? But I feel like more than half of porn is like fucked up racist, like weird like it's either like here 60% like 60-40, 40's like normal, whatever. People get together, they do the thing. Others like 60%, it's like family, racist, like on the verge of children, and you're like, oh, stop with all of this, please. Really not promoting anything good here, guys.
No, I'd say that like I always wondered about like the OnlyFans situation. Like, is that women kind of like taking control of their sexuality and like being able to individually profit off of it?
I think so.
Or are they being like promoted or not promoted, but pressured to do that?
Right.
Or like some behind the scenes mail or something else.
I'm sure that there's both within that situation for sure. Because I know I've seen like articles and posts and stuff about people who like, I don't make enough money at my real job. So like, this is a way that I can like make money / like empower myself. But then there's also some people who probably are, you know, you have to do this OnlyFans thing, you know?
Yeah. No, it's like traditionally speaking, like it would be very like, you know, it would be very detrimental to your career. But I feel like in this day and age, maybe it's going to become more acceptable and like you can have like that what was considered like your private life can be less private and people won't like stigmatize you for being sexually active and promoting your sexual activity.
Yeah, I think we're I think having it being more integrated into the society as a whole has helped normalize more like promiscuous behavior. I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah.
But then there's also like the idea of like trying to dismantle like the patriarchy, right, and like a lot of I'd say like and like rid ourselves of like toxic masculinity. But I feel like one of the traits of toxic masculinity is this idea that like of promiscuous sex and like not having meaningful relationships,
right?
And of course, like you can, you know, it's your choice. You can do what you want, but I just feel like that's one of maybe like that's. I'm not like speaking morally either. I don't think I'm not trying to moralize, but just like for your own personal like psychology and mental health. I think they've
having a barrier between those two things is more mentally healthy. Is that kind of what you're getting at?
Like my partner is very interested in like women's rights and women's health, and she was telling me about like the fact that like many women use sex as a form of self-harm. So like I think it's just going to be a difficult issue that in this age where we're trying to be more sex positive, to also make sure we're not just saying go out and sleep with a bunch of people, like,
because that can do damage in a different way.
Exactly. Like there's nothing wrong with sleeping with a lot of people. It's the reasons behind sleeping with people.
And I mean that all funnels back towards the lack of mental health resources in just modern culture, modern society in general, right?
Definitely.
Having like emotionally and psychologically healthy conversations earlier on and continued throughout like life and with like people within your like circle, being like more open to those types of conversations, because it's like it promotes healthier well-being if you're continuously talking about it instead of just like closing yourself off. I
have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you remember what grade you were in? Because we both went to Catholic school. Do you remember what grade you were in when you like learned about reproduction, like sexual reproduction?
Okay. So I don't know if we were ever taught. And I'll tell you, we did 5th grade. They had, was it 5th or 7th grade? They had,
for me, it was 5th grade.
I think it was 5th grade. They had a video. In which it was talking like about just like the male body, because they, you know, it's Catholic school and they'd split us up. So girls go over here, the boys go, you know, over here. And then like you each watch like a different video. And I just remember ours was like from the 90s. And it was like this kid and his uncle. And he'd be like, Uncle Dan, I'm starting to have weird feelings down there. And he's like, that's your penis, son. And
question.
What's up?
Was this called The Magnificent Male and the Fabulous Female?
Stop. No. Was it? That sounds so familiar.
Did we watch the same thing?
Because you know what I'm talking about, right?
Female. I know exactly what you're talking about.
What is it called? I'm
just assuming there was like one approved like pedagogy for sexual reproduction that approved by like Catholic schools, and like because we were in the same like were we in the same diocese?
What diocese were you in?
No,
you were in the Providence diocese.
Yes,
I was in Bristol or one of those, whatever the hell they call it. I don't know. That sounds so familiar though.
I don't know if I can find the video. When I looked up the fabulous female sex ed, it came up with fuck like a goddess and hashtag peg the patriarchy. So
I think that's great.
So
peg the patriarchy. That should be our next album.
That's a hashtag, dude. Yeah, that should be her next album. Bay Cities, peg the patriarchy. Except we just do ska.
Or we call it knocking them down a peg, and then it's just us standing with like full like
with strap-ons,
not erections, but yeah, strap-ons. Just like knock them down a peg.
That's crazy. I think you're right though. I think that's what those were. So you know what I'm talking about. So what were you?
I do.
Yeah. So what was your side of that then?
So my experience with that was obviously humorous.
Of course, because the entire time you're laughing,
and you're like, this is so silly. But like my teachers all like scolded us for laughing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I feel like that's a really bad way to introduce my genitalia to me.
Yeah, dude, dicks are funny.
Telling me I need to be like, this is serious. You can't laugh at it. I'm like, it's flopping around off me. It's
me,
funny,
dude. Yeah, dude, it flops around.
It's absurd. Like,
are you telling me there's like little fucking tadpoles swimming around in me?
God,
that's funny, bro.
That's funny.
They said dick. That's hilarious.
And also, you've told me for so many years not to talk about it.
Right.
So then there's just the laughing at it because like, we're not supposed to talk
about this. Right.
The taboo subject.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like we should be able to like laugh at it. And, like they should have been supportive and be like, yeah, it is silly.
Yeah, it's silly. If I were a teacher at that point, I probably would have been like, it's okay. Like, I totally get why you guys are laughing, but like, we do have to remember, like, this is important too. Like, that's because it's our bodies. Like, just even like a reminder like that.
Yeah.
Totally sets like up a different path than you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like,
don't laugh at
you're acting wrong. Like, be grown up, be mature. I'm like,
yeah,
come on.
Well, I think we laughed so much that they literally said, we're not going to watch this video if you keep laughing. Like, okay, guys.
We'll deny you even more education about your reproductive system.
Yeah, we never.
Only safe sex is no sex.
Yikes, dude. Yeah, I'm also a Reagan head myself. Did you ever have like the talk in your family? Did you ever get that at all?
I never got the talk.
The only time I ever got anything remotely close to it was, God, I was way too old. First of all, I think I was probably like
yesterday.
I was probably like 13.
It's like
because that's when I think that's when we used to have a computer in our basement where my room is now. That used to be the computer room.
Mm-hmm. So
I think my mom found the history. Like, I didn't delete the history because I didn't know about having to do that yet. And she was like, I saw what like you were doing on the computer. And I was like, oh, dude, we were in the car too. So no escaping that conversation. I just had to sit there and be like, what do you mean? She was like, I know what you were watching. She's like, that's, that's very inappropriate for you to be watching. She didn't like even bring up like the sex thing like too much about it. She was just like, and then, so that was the first conversation. Then like a little while after that, my dad just goes, so about like stuff, right? I'm like,
why is that just the most typical like male way to do it? It's like, you know what's going where, right?
Yeah,
like,
so about like stuff, right? I'm like 13. I'm like, yeah, I know about like stuff. And he's like, all right. And like, that was the end of that conversation.
Oh, that's nice. Let me see. I had a kind of a similar situation to your first experience where I forgot to delete it off my iPad, and my mom was like, "Oh, let's search something real quick," and you just like hit like the little search button, and the first thing there was just literally just the word porn.
Wait. Okay, wait. When you first, that's so funny. When you first watched, holy shit! When you first like were watching porn, where did you go? Like, what did you look up? Because when I started, I only went to porn.com. I didn't know.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't know what else to look at. What was I supposed to? I knew I didn't know any websites, so I was just like, "Oh, yeah, it's porn." And
I think it was just Pornhub.
Yeah, I learned of that existence later on, but when I first started, I mean, I had my precursor to porn, which was RedTube, in which I was in 4th grade, and I didn't know what YouTube was called at the time because it was like too new. It was like too new, and I remembered that it's something tube, and the first part of it had like a red, circle or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I went to that website, and then I went, "Oh my god, that's not the place I wanted to go. There's like people like doing stuff here," and my reaction to that was to send an email to everybody in my class. What? Every single person in my class. I composed an email that said, "Don't go to this website. It's not YouTube," and proceeded to add the hyperlink so that people could click on it.
That is so funny.
2 days later, my dad gets a call from a parent, and he goes, apparently one of the dads was like, "What the fuck did your son send to my son? What did your kid send to mine?" And my dad comes up and he's like, "What did you send to your class?" I was like, "I was telling them not to go there."
It was a warning.
It was a warning.
I was trying to save them.
Yeah, right. Didn't want them to see it.
That's very funny.
Oh my god. Yeah. Holy shit.
But that raises a question. Do you remember that YouTube Premium used to be called YouTube Red?
It did. Yeah.
Do you think that's why they changed it?
Yo, honestly, maybe, dude. Maybe. People were like, "It's like RedTube stuff, right?"
RedTube, whatever the heck. Just search RedTube, you'll find it. Oh, I found something.
Let's get the link, dude. Can't believe I did that.
I just imagine you on like RedTube just typing in like the what's that song? Beautiful by like James Blunt. Just like just trying to watch the music video.
And it's like that was my first experience. Then porn.com. And even when I first like watched porn to watch it, I didn't understand what I was like, "What?" Because it was like I think I just watched a video of like some lady masturbating. And that was the whole video. And like they had like these weird angles because it was like the 2000s and they didn't nothing was standardized yet. So they just like had like all these weird angles. And I was like, "Am I supposed to get like enjoyment out of this? What are my friends talking about at school? I don't understand this at all."
Coming of age. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Coming of age, dude. Nice.
What's the German word for it? The German word for coming of age is pretty funny, I think.
Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude is shameful joy.
That's kind of close then, right?
I guess so.
It's all the same thing.
Coming of age. Bildungsroman. Bildungsroman.
I'm sorry.
No, that's different.
Roman buildings? That's what their fucking coming of age thing is?
Bildung means like education or like formation.
Right,
and then
building.
Roman means like novel.
Like the Romans.
But it's named after like, well, it's because Roman used to mean French sometimes.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
We've had Rome for like 2,500 years. And they were like, that could also mean up there, though.
Yes. I don't remember why, but Roman used to mean French, too, in like a literary sense.
But French is...
So then the novels that came from France were called like, the French writings, the Roman writings, the Romans. So a Roman is a novel.
That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
The French were literally like they were killed by the Romans.
Yeah, but you're thinking about it from a French perspective, not from an English perspective of importing things from France.
Yeah.
Where you're already looking over at like, that's the Roman place.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And then they were all trying to like promote their own like Roman heritage to begin with, and link back
to
the past.
Yeah, you got the Holy Roman Empire and all that shit.
Exactly.
But that's for another day.
Which was in Germany, the one part of Europe the Romans never conquered.
That's a whole nother can of worms for another day.
But like in the Smiths song, Big Mouth, as the flames rose to a Roman nose. We're talking about Joan of Arc.
Oh shit!
Leave
So
it to
that's what
Morrissey.
he's talking about, dude.
That's what he's talking about.
Damn. Honestly, that's a pretty good lyric. Now
That's a great lyric.
that I know the historical context.
Yeah, just leave it to Morrissey to have to understand the historical context to appreciate his lyrics.
Yeah, right. It took me years and a conversation about the most random shit to be able to. Oh yeah, now I get it.
Oh, okay. Flames rose to the Roman nose, and
his lyrics are good.
I was thinking about it, and I'm not even at the age that he was at when he started writing lyrics for the Smiths.
Bro, wasn't he like almost? I don't want to say he was almost 30 because he wasn't. But
he was 27 when he started writing for the Smiths.
All right, cool. So you know what? Every time I hear things like that, I go, I got time.
Dude, Noel Gallagher didn't start Oasis until he was 27.
Bro, I got time. I got years, dude. I got years of experience. I got ahead of the game, dude. Ahead of the curve.
Yeah, 30 is the new 20, they say.
I'm okay with that.
I'm reading a book right now that said that there's been so many scientific advancements, and this book was written 12 years ago. So imagine all the advancements that have occurred since then.
Yeah.
They think that we might have immortal people by 2050.
Really? That's crazy. Yeah. But like,
they think they'll be able to not only stop, but even possibly reverse the effects of aging.
That's crazy.
By 2050.
That's only 25 years.
Can you even imagine immortal people?
I wouldn't want that.
I don't know.
Speaking of scary, speaking of Halloween, that's some spooky shit, man. I don't know. Being able to like, I don't know. What about if like the rest of your family dies? And then like, what are you going to do when you're fucking 120? You know?
But then the real question then just becomes, what do you do with life at all?
Right. Because if you're living forever, then it's pointless.
Not even living forever. I mean, what do you do with your life now? Is it that death is the only thing that gives our life purpose?
Maybe.
Because we can live forever. We can simply do things whenever. So do we need to die to live? But then dying, we don't live because we can't appreciate the life we've lived because we know we're going to die.
Right.
Or because we're dead, so we can't think back on it?
I feel like you can only appreciate life within the context of death. Because how do you appreciate? I mean, you could appreciate like, oh, I saw beautiful things, but like, where does that? If there's no like end, then it's like, I don't know. You like look back on it, but then you keep accruing memories, and how much can the brain really be able to like hold in terms of those like 200 years on, where's your brain going to be at that it can even fucking...
I read this other book that was like this like pulp science fiction novella called A World Without Stars, which is just like a flowery title that had nothing to do with the story at all. That I bought it at the Time Capsule in Swansea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But it talks about like it's like this world where they've it's not like the main plot of the story, but it's just like some background. It's the world where they've created like this omni drug that cures everything, so people can live forever now. But because of that, one of the side effects is that exact thing. People have all these memories and thoughts. So every once in a while, every like 100 years or so, they go under like surgery and have like half their thoughts just eliminated.
What?
To give them room to build more thoughts.
That's crazy.
And like it completely changes like the dynamic of like families and relationships.
Yeah.
Where people won't see each other for like millennia, and then they're like, oh, I'm gonna go see my girlfriend, but she's also several other people's girlfriends, and I also have other girlfriends because like we just have a greater capacity for everything.
Right. That's crazy. Well, I think the apart from the mental, psychological, part aspect of living that long, it's also the like ecological effects of having so many people living and reproducing and continuing to add and take away from the resources that the earth provides. That like, like we're already in the way that we operate is already unsustainable. Like adding another 100 years onto that or whatever, like that's
well, the same book I'm reading talks about it's I'll show you. It's pretty popular. Do you know it's called Sapiens?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I'll have to
But he
write it down.
talks about how like the agricultural revolution, like when we transitioned from hunter-gatherers to permanent settlements, how it gave the main consequence was that it gave humans the ability to produce more humans, but it significantly lowered the quality of life of the humans alive. So more humans living harsher lives.
Right.
So from like an evolutionary viewpoint, good, because more people can live. From a from the
quality of life
perspective, it was bad. So is this going to be the same thing where we create more and more people and allow more people to live, but we keep lowering our quality of life?
Right. And then it becomes unlivable at some point.
We'll have to get off Earth and make colonies on other planets and then perform like space blockades,
Yeah, and then there's that.
Certain worlds don't do what we want them to do.
Oh, shit. But do you think... I'm not even going to get into the I was going to try to like go down a road, but I don't even know if I want to go down that road at this juncture. I think we're almost 2 hours into this thing anyway. So,
oh god, yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know people. I was gonna get into a capitalism thing, and but
capitalism.
Yeah, but that's for another. That's a different bag of apples.
Yeah, we could do a whole podcast just on capitalism, and I've really been interested lately in capitalism and AI.
Okay. I would like to delve into that at another juncture as well.
Another juncture. Put a pin in it.
I do like that though. Damn. Yeah. So I guess that was some more existential spooks. If you want to, you want to put that.
The scariest thing is like what was like cosmic horror.
That's right.
We're really meaningless beings.
That's all like nihilism, though. That's like kind of the whole.
I feel like there's a difference between like acknowledging we have no purpose and like choosing to believe that means like that we should. What is it? Like Albert Camus, like the French guy wrote The Stranger. His myth of Sisyphus, is that we're doomed to push a rock up a hill constantly and watch it fall back down. But like the greatest act of rebellion is to be happy in the face of something that should make us feel terrible.
Yeah. Huh.
I always thought that was a really powerful message.
Right, because at the end of the, like, even if things don't matter, well, that's what's funny about when people always talk about like, you always hear the conversations about like, oh, it's all simulation, bro. I'm like, and so what if it is? And then what? What am I gonna fucking stop my whole day? Who gives a shit? Like, let me just do the things that make me feel good, anyways.
Also, it's not a simulation.
It's not.
I'm going to go on record. Not a simulation.
Nah, dude. It's some guy running his fucking 4090 Ti. He's got the max graphical settings going on. He's just running us day by day.
But like you said, like, don't let it stop you. Like, even if it is. Like
what's it going to change?
Then what's it going to change? Yeah. Or what does that perspective really add to your life? To
your existence?
Does
that
it explain anything
right
around you? Not really. It's the same as saying it's all just God. Like it's just something.
Right. It's just a different version of God.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween.
enjoy your candy eating and feeling like there's snow.